Well, by the nick of time, John Morgan. I can't hear you though.
I can't hear you.
Oh yes, you can. I can hear you now. Can you hear me now? I can hear you. Good evening, Ronnie Morgan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You can't hear me at all. He's having problems, Ronnie.
I'll have to go off and come back on again.
All right, then. He's having problems. Technology isn't John's friend. Let's hope he can get back on you now. Because, yeah, he's having problems there. His phone or whatever, I don't know. I know his connection's good because he just had Virgin Media put in there, so should be okay. Where is he? No, where's John Morgan? Huh? Well, what do you think about this new Prime Minister we got? Isn't she rubbish? Oh, they're going to pay for all these bankers' bonuses, everything now, by cutting the people's benefits. How bizarre. Huh? Everybody's going to suffer. Hold on, here he comes. There we are. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfectly now.
And I can hear you. There we are.
Here we are. Here we go. So look, yeah, what I gotta do. That's better. Right. So, now then. That's I just gotta set myself up. I normally do this before. I'm running a bit late. I'll explain to you why soon.
Don't worry.
So you carry on a minute while I set myself up.
I'm just saying about the Prime Minister. She's absolutely rubbish. She's cutting everybody's benefits and then giving it to the bankers and the people that are earning loads of money.
I heard that this morning on what's her name? Koonsberg, is it?
Yeah.
And she's got no regrets, and she's not going to do anything about it whatsoever. And she's going to carry on, she said.
Ridiculous. There's 400,000 signatures out for a new election.
Yes, well, I think the country deserves one after all that time. That's right, okay. Ronnie's right. Laura Koonsberg is right. Now, I think the country deserves one because, look, I didn't vote for Conservative and that, right? But people voted for Conservative for the manifesto that was put forward in 2019, and this wasn't put forward.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
it's a shambles, John, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous.
So, what have you been up to this week, John?
Well, it's been my birthday, Sika.
Oh yes, you were sent.
I've had a very busy weekend. This is we've just come back now from my little Frankie's birthday is on Tuesday, so you know the kids they got like to have a party on a weekend. So he had his party this afternoon.
Yeah.
And so we rushing around there. We because me and Patsy did the buffet. Patsy did most of it, right? But anyway, but I was running here, there, and everywhere, and so then we went right. We didn't have time to cook, so I tell you, we went to try that burger. Well, not try. We've had it before. We went to Burger Boys in Taibach. So up I goes. 2 burgers and 2 chips, please. Come back 9:15, he told me, and then it'll be done. I said, this was 7:30. I said, they are that busy, right? And then just before me, mind, they said, oh, by the way, we got to knock the chips on the head now. This is 7:30 in the evening because they run out of stuff. They're doing I know that, but they're doing extremely well. See, they must have bought loads, but I tell you what, the shop was jam-packed.
I would have gone across the road to the kebab shop.
Well, we went to we went to the Chinese then, Very nice it was too.
Oh yeah, lovely.
Yeah,
Which one did you go to?
we went to Golden Showers. Was it? No, Golden.
Golden Showers.
All right. I just slipped up
You've
there.
been doing?
Golden Fortune.
Golden Fortune.
Look at him! Look at him laughing now. Do.
Oh yeah, I can see what you've been up to this weekend.
Come on now, Mr. Owen. You know I'm not like that.
You've gone red, John.
Yeah, I do. I don't go red, guy. But quickly, yeah, we'll have a chat now about the government. Just a quick one now, right? About my ghost stories tonight.
Yeah.
What it is, I've got 3 tonight, right? But I will tell you, people might remember them because I have gone back in the archives because my daughter's printer messed up, and she phoned me. She said, I can't work it, and this was Friday afternoon. So I said, all right, I'll sort something out, and then so that's what I've had to do for tonight. But I picked 3 nice ones, and I've got an idea that I'll run by you later on to see if. But it could be a bit longer than normal then if I do it this way. For my birthday, I was given a ghost story book, right? And they're quite good stories. And I was given this, and I was wondering if I should read like a full story out. But it won't take long. You're talking about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But it was, but there's some good ones in there. You know, it's from, it is from the Victorian and Georgian times. But, you know, there's a famous one there, the Telltale Heart. Well, I think everyone knows that one. But there's one in there, very good one. Is they said it's a true story and written by a clergyman. Doesn't give his name, but it's written by a clergyman.
Well, yeah, I don't mind listening to that.
Yeah, so we'll have I think maybe next week I'll have a look at that then. And I've got new ghost stories, but I just haven't been able to print them today. And and this weekend I've been very busy. We went out Friday, me and my girls. We went up to the Brincoch Inn.
I know.
And then last night we tried. We used to go to Diplo Indian all the time, so we tried the new Indian that's there now.
Mm.
Very nice too. With me, Patsy, and 2 of our best friends. They lovely couple. And so we went there. Very nice too. And what I was pleased at, even the chef came out to ask if everything was all right and everything. You know.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, like I say, tonight it was Frankie's birthday, and then honest to God, 5 minutes ago we settled down.
Good God. Oh well, I've been out flying my drone again, getting into trouble.
Have anyone said anything to you about it then?
No, they can't hear it. Once it's up like 400 foot, you can't hear it. It's quiet, you know. But last week I did want to fly around Iweni, not Iweni, the Stepping Stones place where the castle is, Ogmo.
I know.
Then, I wanted to fly across that and show a couple of pictures of it, but then I found out then that the people who own it don't like drones flying over it.
Oh, so right.
I did go there today and I flew around it, but then I haven't edited it yet, so I can't show you. But I'll show you next week. But yeah, they can't do.
It's a lovely outdoor. Do you see Tata again today?
No.
Oh, you didn't see that? A big explosion again and black smoke again.
Is it? Oh,
yes.
Good.
So we'll have our dust tonight, our fair share.
Yeah. Yesterday there was lots of fire brigades going down there.
Yeah, and the new and the new Port Talbot Run Council, in all their wisdom, they've just said now they're going to get by 2030, Port Talbot will be carbon free.
Are they going to close the steelworks?
That's the only way they're going to do it. But they give some claptrap about the 50 mile an hour speed limit is working well, and we will have the carbon down and things like this. It's
Not
crap.
at
There's
all.
no way Port Talbot will ever be carbon neutral. Not while that's there, anyway.
But
And I
all the
know
lights are on.
it's a lot of people's livelihood,
Yeah, when you drive past Port Talbot, all the lights on the steelworks all over the place.
Yeah,
The car park's still lit up, multi-story. Nobody in there.
yeah.
I can't.
The old Steelworks Road now down by me, the old one, lit up like a Christmas tree all the way down there. No cars go down there.
Yeah, I can't understand it. Mental.
But there you are. And that's electricity. If they stop them, people, I know it won't happen this way, but people's bills could come down.
Yeah.
But, and I don't know if it's. I don't know if this is anti-theft thing, but have you seen Aldi in the night time?
No, haven't.
It's as if it's open. It's just fully lit up.
The cleaners are in probably, mopping the floor and all that, and
hey, they mop the floor when you're in there. They go around your feet when you shop in Aldi.
Asda, they're the same in the morning.
Yeah. They got this great big machine, and then when you say "excuse me," they look at you as if you've got two heads or something.
Yeah, in the morning I go to Asda and Pile, and there's always somebody got that Hoover out, and you've got to step over the wire.
Yeah,
that's never right, man.
No, it can't be.
What the heck? So I haven't complained though. I'm not one to complain.
No. Listen now, we can't complain. We're the common sense party. Yeah, and I tell you now, if we was in power, right, there's so much things, like you say, switch the lights off.
Yeah.
Do you know, see, like there are like these smart things about, I know they exist because Tybark got them. You walk into the toilet and the light comes on, Tybark Rugby Club, right? Now, surely that would be better. You know, if Aldi could do that, right? So it's in pitch blackness. As soon as somebody walks in that store, all the lights come on, so the police and everybody knows that somebody's up there doing no good.
Yeah.
Do you see them? That would save them a fortune.
God, it would, yeah. Who's that now? I don't know. Somebody saying hello, Anthony Perry. Anthony Perry, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know who the heck he is, but he's saying hello.
I've heard that name before, I'm sure I have.
Didn't he used to come on before?
I'm sure he did, Gar.
When we had our last show before the COVID.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm still trying to sort out because I was a bit rushed, and I couldn't get through. Something happened with the voice thing.
Oh,
but there we are.
Fine though. So did you have Virgin broadband after?
Yes, got it. It is much better than the Virgin, in my opinion. There's people been complaining this week on Facebook, and a friend of mine, that Virgin's gone down again, and it's rubbish, he's saying, but we've had no trouble. Touch wood.
Yeah, I did have a bit of trouble. When was it? Last Monday night. And all I have to do is switch off the router, and switch it back on again.
Ah, right, here we are. Yeah, Anthony Perry is from Port Talbot, and he used to be on here with us.
Yes, I remember now.
Yeah, I thought the name rang a bell there.
There's a lot of people that be back here now soon.
Yeah, they will say no, we back on, and that's the ticket. There's no when we back on, and that. See. Yeah, a lot what Anthony's saying here. The Virgin's been on and off, kicking on and off the last couple of days, but I have seen an awful lot of work going on, right, from the middle of Banana Island right the way through Tybark. There's all these covers up, and they're all in these manholes, and it's Virgin that is.
Oh.
So whether or not they got a lot of work on in the area, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they were going to put it off, weren't they? I did have a letter through, funny enough.
Oh, I really only just joined them, so I haven't had a letter.
Yeah, had an email he did, saying that work would be commencing between the 1st and the 3rd, or something like that. It was. So that's
There
probably
we are. But they know they started it like a couple of days ago because yeah, in the middle of Banana Island now, on the A48 side, there's quite a lot of them. Yeah, they seem to be. Right, I tell you what it looked like is if they were unblocking a drain, with rods. But obviously, I think they were just trying to get wires through. But they were struggling getting it through, which I found a bit strange.
Yeah, or fasten their bills. Oh yeah.
Oh, quick as a flash doing the bills.
They're all the same with the bills. Mobile phones are worse, aren't they?
Huh?
Mobile phones. Good God.
I tell you what, right? I've always said, right? I've been throughout the years, rarely, but throughout the years, some of these firms have owed me money. It's taken them months and months and months for that money to come through, whether it be only a tenner or something like that, right? But you owe them a tenner. They threaten you with people knocking on the door and things like this, man.
I know. Poll tax is the worst. Council tax.
I tell you what, Gary, when the poll tax first came out, everyone was saying, "Oh, don't pay it, don't pay it," and I thought, "Yeah, right, I'll go with you. I won't pay it." I had bailiffs knocking on the door, and I soon paid it.
Well. I had to go to court. I did in Neath.
Did you?
Yeah. I was 1 month late a couple of years ago, and right, appeared in Neath Magistrates Court. Had to go there. I thought, oh, bloody, I'll be going down now, yeah. Just not paying the bloody bill. And they said to us, "Oh, right, you've got to sign this warrant, blah blah blah, and you've got to pay 2 months on the next month." So that's what I had to do.
Do you have anything against you, Anne, for that?
No, it just if you don't pay the next one, you'll be straight to jail.
No chance.
Yeah.
You'll be warm and fed in there.
But no broadband, see, John.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing. Patsy's there, look.
Hello, Patsy. How are you?
Good God.
More like twins. John's still got the colour there, though.
I got a little bit of colour, and I'm sticking to that.
Is it ginger, John?
Excuse me, right? It's strawberry blonde.
All right.
Right?
Looks ginger. Red.
Give him ginger.
Down the side there, ginger.
It is a bit, right? I can't do this with this blinking camera. Yeah. When I had a beard when I was younger, it was proper ginger. Apparently, my great grandfather had a beard down to his waist, and it was bright red. But there's no like real ginger in the family. But yeah, my beard used to grow quite red.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just go grey. It's falling out now. I'll be bald now like you soon.
Oh, look, as soon as I come to like that, right, the thing is, grass don't grow in a busy street, does it?
No, the thing is, if I brush it, I don't brush it anymore or comb it, a big clump comes out.
Yeah, you got to get it out, man.
Oh no, I'm sticking it down now, look.
No, you got to get it off. I've got clippers, so I'll come down and get it off through.
They're coming out again, ain't you? You have to stick them back.
Ronnie's finding his feet a bit, but then he Statler and Waldorf from the Muppet Show, he means, but they might.
Oh, he's cheeky, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he might have to have the whip.
Oh yeah, we haven't got that back yet.
No, not yet.
But I will get them all back. I got your castle one. Hold on, let me play I got. See, I got that one back.
Yeah, my wave got by Anthony a long time ago, mate. Good while ago.
Jackie will do it later.
Yeah, the castle one is good. I like the castle one.
Yeah. Hiya, Danielle.
Oh, Danielle, look, she's had a long day with my grandson's birthday party.
He's in bed now, though, and he's probably tired.
Oh, you gone again? Can't you hear you again?
What, me? I'm here.
Are you my man?
No,
All right, I think he's my man because I can't hear him.
you can't hear me at all. Can you hear him now?
I'm going to have to leave and come back again, see what happens again.
Blinking heck.
Something went wrong.
I don't know, I can hear you, okay? Ronnie can hear you as well, though. He's still awake, 8 and Indian. There we are, Anthony can hear us. Don't like John's phone's playing up, is it? I don't know what's the matter with him. We'll have to get him a computer that he can join up with. Mobile phone's useless. Hold on, here he comes.
You know?
There we are. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, but I don't know what happened. It just cut out all of a sudden.
Everybody could hear you.
Oh, there you are. There's lots of buzzing noise. That's that fly that had me and you the other day, Pats. I'm not joking, you guys. We and Patsy sitting down here, opposite ends of the room, and there was one tiny fly, looked like a mosquito. He did. One fly.
Perhaps he was.
Oh, I think. I got bitten by it, she said. And I was thinking, no, don't be so daft. What, something else, she said. 3 lumps come up in it, and I went to check. I sat by her. No, I'm not joking. I had the shirt on, everything. In the middle of my back, I felt something. Came up. Then I had one on the side of my head, and I had another one on my shoulder. And only one fly we saw.
Good God.
Must have been a mosquito. Can't it be?
Yeah. Nasty, man.
Yeah. Here we are. You reckon it's the Virgin Internet for you?
How far are you from the box then? From the green box?
Less than a yard.
Oh Christ! Must be no. It can't be the internet.
No, it can't be. Honest to God, you say. Honest to God, it's about. Well, no, I'd say 4 foot away I am. So it's probably just over a yard, but you know.
That'd be really bad, wouldn't it, for that?
Yeah, and it is pretty good, I think. Anyway.
What do you want to do is when them speed test things.
Oh, I've got one of them, but I'm not going to do it now, mate. But yeah, I got one of them, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the speed is much better on Virgin than there is on Sky.
Oh, definitely. I think I'm getting 100 and something.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, 100 and something.
Again, really fast. But it did go down to 50 last Friday, and I complained to Virgin, and they said, "Oh, go and switch your router off and switch it on again." And it's back up to 100 and odd.
Good golly, getting 550 most time, Anthony is.
Good God.
He must be spending, Gary, he must be spending a fortune on his internet.
Oh God, yeah.
You come back and say now it's probably about 3 pence a week, is it, man?
It'll be 50 or 60 quid a month.
That's got to be, I'd say £60 a week at that. For that speed, it's got to be.
I think mine's £30 a month.
Mine, yeah. Yeah, mine's around about that 35, I think, something like that.
Yeah. It's 100, it was 190, I think.
Yeah. So, madam, how did work go this week? Any doggy tales to tell us?
Oh, loads of. There's 2 lovely ones down there. Sausage dogs, Dachshunds, you know.
Oh yeah.
Little puppies. 2 of them come in.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, they're lovely little dogs.
I bet they. I wouldn't like to be them in the snow, mind.
No, you can't go out in big snow with them.
Or ice. No, you can't, can you?
They'd be rubbing the undercarriage off, wouldn't they?
Oh, imagine that.
God.
Good golly.
So we had two of them. What else do we have? Big Labrador,
Oh, right.
collie, sheepdog thing.
They,
Yeah.
they, see, people who buy these the sheepdogs now, not the old English sheepdogs, now the proper sheepdogs, they don't half need some work, guy.
Yeah. Is there a companion there for Ollie?
Tell her no, there's nothing there.
There is actually. There's a Jack Russell there. Bit taller than Ollie. What's his name? Oh gosh. But he's a bit nasty. He don't like men.
Don't he?
No. 120 a month he's got.
I thought it would be a bit, but still, at the end of the day, he got what he wants, and he's happy with it, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
His wife's having a sausage dog. Look, his sister's a breeder. Every dog now costs a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
£1,000 for a Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Not to do.
Loads of people breed now.
But let's be fair about it, right? Genuinely, I love my little dog, right? But when we were kids, Jack Russells, they were mongrels, right?
Mm.
And you couldn't give them away. But
now,
time changed, yeah, you know.
when we get dogs in, if it's a bitch, it's spayed, and then if it's a boy, it's castrated.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you have people coming in saying, oh yes, we want the sausage dog, we want this dog, we're going to love it, blah, blah, blah. As soon as they get it, they breed it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's fair enough.
So they all get
Thank God they got the children's home in, innit?
Oh God, yeah.
But they're coming in, knock us off. But do they charge a lot of money then to rehome the dogs?
220, I think there it is.
Well, so at the end of the day, because of the price on dogs nowadays, that's not too bad, is it?
But you get a year then.
They got to be vetted, haven't they? No.
Yeah. And also the dog can come back for free veterinary checks.
All right, yeah.
So the vet's there all the time, and we get loads of dogs coming back in to have the manicure or whatever. That I don't.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, it is a good setup.
Very. Yeah, £1,500. British Bulldogs are like £4,000. It's ridiculous. So at the end of the day, I don't think that's bad for a sausage dog. £1,500. I don't know, the real price of things, but the way they've been escalating. But what's happening? Loads of people had them during lockdown, and they can't look after them now.
Yeah, we got a list. I think about 90 dogs to come in.
Yeah, that's not fair, is it? No, I know they say not to, but we did want a dog. Patsy more than us, right? More than us all. Me, Danielle, and Jess. And it was round about Christmas time we had him, but we knew we were going to keep him, see that? So that's the difference. We did buy him Christmas time, but we knew 100% we were going to keep him, So whatever would have happened, that he's turned out to be a lovely little dog.
Yeah, some lovely dogs down there. Some of them are a bit boisterous. There are a couple then that can't go anywhere near men because they've been kicked,
right.
Whatever. So, but they prefer women. So,
yeah. Have a good week, mate. See you soon.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Anthony. Yeah. So, yeah, there's all sorts of empty dogs down there now.
Do.
A lot of poop. A lot of dog poop.
Oh, I bet Frankie wants a dog, Danielle. You know what?
Yeah, you better find a little puppy, rather
Yeah.
than a dog, because dogs get so jealous.
Quite right. It is much better to have a puppy, but you got to also read all about the breed that you think of having as well. But, say that Jack Russell sometimes is not very good with kids. He's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, well, they're lovely, and Jack Russells. I love mine.
Yeah. Oh, superb. He was, I've known some nasty ones, see?
Oh, yeah.
There's one up the road from me. He's gone over the rainbow now, right? But he was great with me. Somebody come in, the door, no, out by the gate, smoothing Ollie. Went to smooth him, and he nipped him.
Yeah.
Like I said, really, if somebody says a dog's in your garden, without asking, you shouldn't go to touch him, really.
No.
But yeah, he went and nipped him. He did. He wanted a very hospitable dog then.
Well, when I used to go up Cummer delivering prescriptions, there was a little dog, a little bit bigger than yours, skinny one, little Jack Russell. And he used to let me go in the house, deliver, but wouldn't let me back out the garden.
Never.
Rolling and running at my feet. A hell of a job. I'd have to run and jump over the wall.
Do.
I wasn't that fit at them days.
I've always said, mind, if a little dog has a go at you, you can get away. But imagine a real big dog having a go at you. You've had it, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You've absolutely had it.
We had Alsatian down with us. And one of the trainers was trying to get it to put the harness on and the collar. And they went for the trainer.
Oh, never.
Be careful, see.
Yeah.
So, anyway, guess what?
What's that?
You know that book I said I was designing for train spotters?
Yes.
It's done.
Oh, lovely.
A real boring book. Look, and that's all is in there, is boxes.
Well, that's what they want, see?
Oh, they'll enjoy that, filling that out.
Of course they will.
Sitting down and...
I tell you what, they will. They love that guy.
Boring as sin.
Absolutely love it. But now, the thing is, people might be, I love playing darts, right? People think that's boring, but I can't say, oh, why that's not boring. But some people collect stamps and they or train spotting, like knitting. They love it. But I really don't see the pleasure in going about seeing a train. Oh, I haven't got that number, and write the number down.
Oh, but it's not only that. See, they write down what color it is, right? Who made it? Who owns it? Right? What is pulling? Is pulling some sort of bogies and steel. They do a big, huge thing of it. Load of loads of stuff in there.
Oh, there we are. I'm gonna see if we can design me a little book soon.
What should we put in there?
No, seriously, for my darts book.
Men's beards.
That would be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah. How to comb them.
Yeah. Oh, I've had a comb. I've had a beard set for my birthday.
Have you? Have you had the thing with the trim up there?
Yeah, I got that. Patsy bought me this real good trimming set, and you take the head off the big one, and you've got, it goes down the side, and the smallest one is tiny. It goes right up the uter.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
I couldn't face it. Hey, guess what I found in work? And there's thousands of them there. And if you want some, I can get you some.
What is it?
Conkers.
No review?
Yeah, loads of conkers down there. Conker trees.
Oh, I don't know. I used to love again the conkers, me see.
And me. Dry them out, didn't it?
Oh, we should do all kinds, soak them in vinegar and dry them out. I don't think any of it worked.
No. It's still sharp, isn't it?
Oh, you used to try everything, put them in the oven and God knows what.
Solid. So, did I tell you I went to see Mark Rigdon?
Yes, you did say.
Yeah, I did go and see him.
You haven't been here for years, to do?
No, 40-something years. And yeah, out his back garden, Johnny got a big shed. And in the shed, there's this massive telescope. And he looks up at...
That's right,
He can look right up Uranus.
Didn't you? Yeah, you were going to say, are you saying you seen Uranus on that shed, didn't you?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
did see Uranus and Pluto.
yeah,
Yeah, good God.
yeah.
I
Lovely.
know. So,
Marvelous. We got grey beards, right? And we talking about Uranus. Now, come on.
I know, and it's far away, thank God.
Yeah, but
Oh,
so anyway, that looking at that Liz Truss thing, do you see this morning as well, right? She put all the blame on the Chancellor. She's just no Prime Minister material at all, because whatever you're in charge of, the buck stops with you, doesn't it? Whatever,
yeah,
right? And the first question she asked was something like, the 45% tax cut. Did you, how did you come up with that? It wasn't me. He said he was a chancellor on his own,
oh God,
straight away like that.
terrible, isn't she?
Yeah, she's
Mind you,
not too
that
pleasant.
Chancellor, I'm got a clue of he.
No, it don't look as if you have either.
I don't think in
Uh,
there.
I do see. Obviously I'm no conservative, right? But I really looked. There was one we talked about this the other day. There was one guy there who really looked like he knew what he was doing. He'd never held what do you call him, a cabinet seat. Never held one of them. But he was really clued up, and there was a woman as well, very good. But they soon brushed them off. They didn't want them. See, because they'd have new ideas or something. See, wouldn't
Yeah,
do as they told.
that's not good, is it? Should we have a look at a drone video?
Yes, go on. I'd like to watch one of them.
Let's have a look. I've got. Um, let's have a look a minute there. Aberafan Beach from 400 feet up.
Oh, go on then.
Right, here we go now. Got this.
Well, let's see.
See.
I tell you what, right? With that, it's heartbreaking to see that, right? You will not find a beach like that in anywhere,
No,
right? And there's nothing there.
no.
If you know what I mean, right? They could make. Don't want it like Barry or nothing like that, right? But they could do so much more with that, couldn't they?
Oh God, yeah, it's lovely, man. All they got is housing.
Right, I gotta go again. I can't hear you. I'll be back now.
All right then. Oh, he's gone again now. So I tell you what, we'll put another drone video on. Let's have a look for another one. Let's see. Magamabi. So look at Magamabi there now. It's a church near where we live in Talbot. There's a museum, and just going over the top of the museum, Stones Museum. It's got a lot of Roman stones and artifacts and everything in there. And here comes John.
Yeah, I can hear you again now.
Here we are. I just doing my mag.
What was it? All right, Danny. I can't even I think every time you do something with that, there's the abbey and the graveyard. I'm singing by there somewhere, can't I?
Yeah, I see a nice photograph in it.
See, I think it's every time you do something, I lose you. I'm gonna have to go again because I can't hear you.
Good God. He's gone again. It's Virgin it is, I think. The broadband is playing up. Oh, there he comes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear you again now. We're blinking crazy.
it's broadband it is.
Yeah, it's got to be. But
They're playing up a bit.
I don't know. You are?
They are playing up. Broadband's playing.
It must be something that's happening because it's but as soon as you played that one of them videos, the song went straight away.
No, something to do with the bandwidth, isn't it?
Got to be, mate. But yeah. So I thought that he was going to catch me singing in Magamabi, but there. Remember that?
Yeah, we have got that somewhere. Have to find
Remember the
out.
old- Remember the old bloke with walking his dog? He was going to walk it up to the church, and he saw me, but there, up, but easy. He went to the left.
Yeah, you went around the other way. Funny that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, what are the stories you got tonight, then, John?
Right, stories I got tonight, right? This is about his experience when he moved into his new house in London, that first one. And again, this is about a man who lived in Oxford who got in touch. Again, see, these were in 2020. That one, and the last one, I believe. Whoop. Right, it's this. The second story is quite long, so it's that's what I was going about then. So it's so I have got up. How was that going? Anyway, is that better? No, it's not. Yes, there we are.
Yeah.
So I've got some stories from 2020, and as I say, it was because we couldn't get the printer to work. I have got plenty of stories. So, and there's one thing I did. I had such a busy week. I was going to do the scratch cards this week. I will remember to do them next week. I just forgot all about them. I did have a busy week.
Yeah, God. I had a day off Friday. I had to get swell cutting grass all the time.
That's what you're doing now, is it?
Cutting.
Well, what time do they normally so you stop about by the end of October? I would have thought it was the last cut.
Yeah. As soon as the first frost comes, isn't it?
Yeah. We could have I'm just thinking now, we come at the end of the month now. I don't know what day Halloween is, but the closest Sunday to Halloween, perhaps we could have an Halloween show.
Yeah.
Just all ghost stories, whatever, and we might even bring out The Thing, because I've seen that today as well. I've got that.
Oh.
Yeah. We've got The Thing.
Oh, that is a horrible one. And I think we should dress up as well.
Is it?
Because was your Uncle Fester or something last time?
Yes, I was Uncle Fester.
You were Uncle Fester?
I can't do Uncle Fester now. I got a beard, haven't I?
All right.
But I think I'll still do it. I'll dress. I'll have to dress up for something. What is though? I won't tell you what I'm dressing up as, and you don't tell me.
All right. But let me know what day it's going to be, because I don't want to be walking around looking like whatever, like, you know.
You walk around like looking like that. No, I was thinking of the Sunday closest to Halloween.
All right. Yeah, that'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Gary's gone, Ronnie is saying. So should Ronnie's
not.
saying Gary's gone.
Well,
Should I
on,
do
it's here.
Should I do the ghost stories now?
Yes, let's do it now, is it?
All right, I'll do it now, right?
Oh.
Right. Good evening. We come to that time of night again. I have some ghost stories for you. I think I should just get straight into it. I moved into a brand new house in the same part as London, and my third baby is 2 months old. My second is 6, and my first is 8. It's Halloween, our favourite time of year. The kids have got the costumes on, and the baby even has a cute little witch baby crow. They look so adorable. I wanted to take a photo of them before we went trick-or-treating. The camera was in the other room on the table. The other room was actually a room we made by building a wall complete with a proper door. In our living room, the other room was actually a room we made by building a wall complete with a proper door in our living room because it was long and a narrow living room, dining room combo, which we hated. We much prefer to have 2 separate rooms, especially when you have kids. So my husband built it himself. The door was just a perfectly normal internal door with a perfectly normal door handle. Now I just need to mention that as we were getting our costumes on that evening, we all heard a small child's voice repeatedly calling, "Mummy." The kids upstairs thought it was coming from downstairs, and I was downstairs thinking it was coming from upstairs. They thought it was me, and I thought it was them. Excuse me, my dog is going. Come here, Ollie. Come here. The kids thought it was coming upstairs, thought it was coming from downstairs, and I was downstairs thinking it was coming from upstairs. They thought it was me, I thought it was them, over and over. Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. In the end, we gathered on the stairs and could still hear it. It was definitely none of us, and the kids started crying. So, back to the photo. I went to get the camera from the table and tried to open the door, and it wouldn't budge. The handle went down, but nothing happened. It was like the door had become a solid part of the wall. It didn't even move slightly in its frame or on its hinges, nothing. I tried several times and then charged the door with my shoulder. Again, nothing, other than a bad bruise. I kicked the door, nothing. I went and got a screwdriver and moved the entire handle and all the mechanism. Still nothing, even though there was nothing holding that door to the other side of the frame. I kicked it again. No movement at all. I gave up then and took the kids out, disappointed I wouldn't get a photo of them. After half an hour, I needed to come home to feed the baby, and my friends carried on with the kids. I walked into my living room, and the door to the other room was wide open with my camera sitting there. From that day onwards, we constantly heard a child in the house calling Mummy. One night, I even felt it climb onto my bed and sit on my legs. One night, I was in my eldest child's bed with her, and we both felt something sit at the end of the mattress, then heard a little sneeze. We just stared at each other with our eyes like saucers. 5 years later, I was widowed and moved out of London to the coast. And the child was heard to call Mummy only once again. That was the first story. This starts with this statement. This is absolutely 100% true, and which both puzzles me and scares me to this day. I will start with one incident, which is in a way separate to others that will follow, but interesting nonetheless. It was 2003. My wife and I lived in a flat in Oxford with our two children aged 6 and 18 months at the time. This was a typical 1950s, 60s design. 3 stories with 6 flats in each block. We lived in the middle flat. Our neighbour lived alone up until early 2003 and was forced to go into a home. Everyone else in the other flats were all older and all lived alone. During the summer, 2 squatters got in next door. Although they clearly needed a home, drugs became a problem and unsavoury characters kept turning up. In the end, police had to remove them while the local council put a metal security door on to ensure nobody else got in. One night, about 2 days after the flat was emptied by the police, I could hear furniture moving and scraping about next door. This was about 11 p.m. Music was also being played loudly. I went out into the corridor. The metal security door was still in place, but I could hear movement and the music clearly. This was going on for an hour before I started to lose it. I thumped on the bedroom wall that connected the next door equivalent bedroom. I thumped 3 times very hard and shouted for them to shut up. Almost immediately, 3 thumps came back from the other side. I did it again and again. Whoever was next door repeated my banging. I knocked twice. I got 2 knocks back. I waited. Then the banging and the sound of moving furniture continued. Having had enough with 2 young kids being woken up, I called the police explaining the issue. And they turned up about 15 minutes later with a council environmental health officer in tow. The music was still coming from inside the flat. The council guy was extremely agitated. Before he attempted to remove the metal security door, he backed off a bit. It transpired that he was the one that put the door on a few days previously, but explained he recalled a radio in the flat hallway, but had left it there. The rest of the flat was completely empty, save for the kitchen cupboards that were at the front of the flats and not at the opposite end where the bedrooms were, where I could hear the banging and scraping, and the banging on the wall in response to me. In addition, he had been accompanied by an electrician who had disconnected the electricity supply. The police had called up for further assistance, just in case. 2 further officers turned up. There were now 4 officers, a council environmental health officer, and me. The metal door was removed. The flat was in total darkness. The police moved in with their torches. The flat was empty. No furniture, no squatters, no electricity. The radio was not plugged in, and it didn't have any batteries. The radio was switched off and the door was put back on. All was then quiet. The next day, an electrician turned up to sort the power supply again, ready for the new resident. He had the key and tools to remove the door. He stopped me outside and asked me if I minded going in the flat with him. He'd been in once and was petrified about going in on his own, and he was a big burly bloke. Apparently, he crouched down in the hallway cupboard where the meter was, and he had someone or something growl loudly. from behind his ear. Needless to say, I refused. I didn't do anything again, but I've many unexplained stories to tell you about that place. We moved 3 months later. As mentioned, there were many weird things that happened while we lived there. Some of these are short one-off events, others happened a number of times. So, who lived there before us? I'll come to that in a while. However, some of the experiences we had could possibly have a link. I'm going to number these experiences. Time has passed and I can't quite remember dates and in what order they happened, but here goes. Number 1. My wife's brother babysat our son for a day and a night. During the day while he was alone, well, that's because our son was at school, he heard a toy remote control car being played with in the bedroom. He investigated and found the car moving around the floor, backwards and forwards and side to side. The remote was on the shelf. He watched it for a short time before it stopped. A little freaked, he checked the car. No batteries on either the car or the remote. I get that radio waves could be at play, although I have been informed from my earlier posts on another site that this actually isn't possible and we'll need physical force to move it. Number 2. I awoke one night sensing something in our bedroom. I laid still until I felt pressure on my feet. I was calm. It felt gentle. It then got heavier. It was as if someone, certainly adult size, was sitting on the bed on top of my feet. Weirdly, I was really calm. Then I got a strong whiff of cigarette smoke and it went. The weight just vanished. Number 3. Before I met my wife, she once awoke in the night to find the hallway covered in smoke or fog or steam. No heat, no smell, but unable to see through it. She ran into her son's room to get him out, to only run out to find everything was back to normal. Number 4. As per above, a few years later, we returned from taking our son to the Beavers, which is the Junior Scouts. My daughter was a baby at the time. We pulled up and parked at the rear of the flats. Looking in the communal door, the entire foyer was filled with smoke. I ran in to check on the neighbours. I frantically banged on all the downstairs doors and both elderly ladies came out dumbfounded by the smoke. The entire flats were completely filled with smoke. You couldn't see anything. But it wasn't smoke. There was no smell, and certainly seemed to be no fire. I ran to the top floor, but both those occupants were not home. I managed to get back down and outside. My wife had called the fire brigade, who turned up very quickly, because the local fire station was only 5 minutes' drive away. As they arrived, the fog mist was still there. They went in, they were all masked and tooled up. Almost as soon as they went in, the mist started to dissipate. After a few minutes, the place was back to normal. They checked the main electricity supply to the flats, and there was no problem. Very weird. They said they'd never seen anything like it. 5. My wife laid in bed one night. This was before we met, smelling cigarette smoke. She awoke and felt as if someone was laying beside her, reeking of smoke. Frozen, scared for some time, she jumped out of bed. And there was nobody there. And there was no smell. Number 6. I woke one night. This was after the mist and the fire brigade incident. A hallway was again filled with mist. I couldn't see my hand in front of me. I naturally panicked, but almost like switching on the light, the mist disappeared. Literally in a second, it went from thick fog to nothing. One August night, I remember it clearly. It was a Wednesday, and I was waiting for a pizza delivery. My wife and I were watching TV in the front room. Our son had been in bed about an hour or so. All of a sudden, he screamed like something I'd never heard. I jumped up and ran to him. He was at the end of the hall, outside his bedroom door and looking into our bedroom. He was staring while screaming. I grabbed him and asked what was wrong. After he composed himself, he said, and he was 5 at the time, that he woke up and saw something bright on his bedroom floor. He went out of his room and saw a tall lady and a young boy stood in our dark bedroom. They were stood together looking at him. And as I'm writing this to you, I'm really freaking out. He described the boy as dark-haired, a bit older than him. He said the woman was tall, had long hair, was thin, looked oldish, but had red eyes. Our son will not talk about this even now. He remembers it, but just clams up, petrified. He's 24 now. There is more to tell, but these are the main things. Before we moved out, I spent ages trying to find the history of the place. But one thing I did find a few years later was this, and something the neighbours, who some had lived there a long time, would have known. A woman and her son lived in our flat. The lady moved into a home in Headington in 1998, just before my wife moved in. She had lived alone for years and was a heavy smoker. Her son had died in the bath there in the mid-60s. It was reported as drowning. However, I managed to get hold of the lady who lived upstairs from us. She had gone to school with the boy and lived with her mum in the flat. She took over once her mum had died. She confirmed the boy did drown, but he died due to scalding. Apparently he got in the bath, which was red hot. He scalded himself and drowned. Hence, possibly, the mist we were kept on witnessing. Not mist, but perhaps the steam. And the tall lady and the little boy. We often think of these now. And I promise this is all true. And it really does play in our minds quite often. Thank you. So, that was the stories for tonight.
Heavy. Last one was scary, wasn't it?
Right. I can't hear you at all again. That was just me. I don't know I don't know what's happening here now. I can't even get anywhere. Up.
Well, can you hear me now? No?